Hey, brother, thank you.
What do you need extra copy?
Oh, thank you so
Sorry,
much.
yeah,
No, you're good.
You're welcome. No, not too much. Every once in a while.
Really? Our office is the same way. Like on our side, it's like a sauna sitting there, and on the other side, it's like a lunch. Which honestly, I'd rather sit in the spot. You know, like, I just add more layers. I can't just start taking it here. On our side.
It's so ingrained in our heads.
Right?
My daughter has a switch, and I got her like NBA 20, whatever. Shit, you put her in like different, like. I just want to remember, like, NHL '93, it was just like. Right. Yeah, and you come in on a breakaway and you just go like that, and you score, like, oh. I want to win. I don't want. Right, I don't want to challenge, I just want to win every time. I want to score 100 goals.
Wow. I just checked my email, there's
Same thing, when I'm trying to steal, and every time you call for a
You? What have you been working on days?
Oh, yeah.
It's always more out of schedule to have it steady, so you can kind of get right with it,
Better for the personal life.
yeah. Yeah, but,
I see her some days.
yeah. You're off-site. Yeah.
Only Friday, we should start working.
Right. Oh, is she working? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I bumped the door for elections. Okay.
All right.
You get one other. All right, thank you for coming in on fairly short notice here. We wanted to give you an update concerning the Lower Merion home invasion, homicide, and attempted murder that occurred back on the early morning hours of December 8th, Sunday morning. In this, with me is Superintendent of Police Andy Block from Lower Merion. You'll see also with me is Chief of Police of Abington, Pat Malloy, who is here because we were able to apprehend one of the individuals that was involved in this home invasion, and that was due to a great partnership with Abington Police and the work that they did to safely get a very dangerous man into custody. Everybody showed great restraint with this. He was in a crowded building with a number of apartments, and we were able to apprehend Charles Fulforth without incident earlier today. So to update where we are at this point, we were able to, through our investigation, determine that the two individuals, Kelvin Roberts, who we are still looking for, and Charles Fulforth were together. They were in the area of Sansom Street. They went to the area of the home invasion on Meredith Road. They left in two different cars afterwards. One of the cars was the victim's car that was stolen after a number of items were stolen from the house, and that was then tracked back to the Sansom Street area, which is where we found the victim's jewelry box. I'd also like to update a bit on Bernadette Gaudio, who was the mother of the victim of the homicide, who was also shot. She's a very brave and courageous woman. She is still in a very difficult place, but she has been going in the right direction with things. We were able to speak to her, and we hope that her recovery, although I think, she unfortunately is experiencing, she's paralyzed right now, and trying to work through that, but she seems to be getting a little bit of movement, and we hope and pray for more of a recovery from her. So that's the update at this point. I want to put the picture up of Charles Fulforth, a 41-year-old individual who was living in Jenkintown at the time, and I want to reiterate the other individual that we're looking for. We put a picture out of him, Kelvin Roberts, already, and here is another photograph of him, and I hope that maybe if he has tried to change his appearance in any way, that this will be a helpful photograph for you all to get out. So we'll take questions. Again, Chief Malloy was involved in the arrest of this individual, and we're very thankful for his role. And of course, Superintendent Block, this was in his jurisdiction.
Do you have any indication how this house was chosen?
No. We're still working, and look, we have a ways to go in this investigation, but we have not been able to develop the reason why it was this house. I think we have a lot of things that we have still to work out, and hopefully I'll know at some point, but I don't know right now.
It sounds like there was no provocation for the shooting. Is that?
Yeah. So the individuals simply went into Bernadette's room and shot her. And I mean, she was basically bedridden at the time. She had a injured leg, and then she couldn't move afterwards because of where the one of the bullets struck her. She was able to call 911 using Siri, and it was a very brave move on her part, because I think indications are that the individuals were still in the house at the time.
Can
you explain how you guys located Charles?
Yes. We have incredible partners in law enforcement. We were able to develop him as a lead. We did a lot of investigation using phones and background to be able to determine his path and his location. So we had been following him, and we were able to put him into the apartment building yesterday, and folks worked all night and straight through and made sure that when we got him this morning that we got him in a safe way. There'll be more to come, and I anticipate that we're going to have some more charges regarding things we found, but I'm not there yet to be able to talk about that.
Can you talk about how the U.S. Marshals are coming alongside and how you and everyone else are working together to find Kelvin Roberts?
Yeah, I can tell you that this is an incredible team effort. It's something that I am so appreciative of here in Montgomery County to have the incredible law enforcement that we do. We have two of the best police departments anywhere. That the chiefs are standing next to me here on things, and we have federal partners that are working with us. And this is a full court press right now, and we're really hopeful that somebody will identify where Kelvin Roberts is and let us know. A reward remains in effect for information that will help us apprehend him.
What about anybody who's helping him?
$5,000 award right now.
Anyone who's helping him? These are guys that walked into a house, people who were sleeping, and just shot him.
Yeah.
And there could be people out there helping him hide. What do you say to that?
Well, if anybody is helping him at this point, there are charges that are very likely to come their way too. This has been put out there, and I'm very appreciative of all of you to get this information out. It helped us in the investigation, and I hope will help us apprehend the defendant. Yes, sir.
So, that picture says Los Angeles. Is that a California driver's license, and does he have connections to possibly be way out there?
I believe it is a Department of Transportation from California, so I'm not sure, but it was a more recent photo. I believe it was 2017, so we wanted to get that out to you.
So it's possible he could be out there then, too.
I don't think so.
Is Fulforth helping in the investigation to find Roberts?
Mr. Fulforth is arrested. He will be arraigned shortly. He's out at the Correctional Institute at this point. He'll be arraigned from there, and he'll be given no bail because he faces a potential life sentence. We're gonna again we're continuing the investigation, and we have a lot left to run on at this point.
Is there any leaning on him to help you in finding Kelvin Roberts?
We're gonna keep investigating this case.
When you talked to us on Monday, when things were still developing and not
Yeah.
clear, you had indicated that the son was shot while fighting back. Is that still what it appears, or is it more he was just shot?
No, and we were able to confirm this through the conversation that we were able to have with Bernadette. It seems that Andrew had come to help her in her room, and that's where he was murdered.
Have you determined who the shooter was, or are you accusing both of them of firing shots during this incident?
So, Carl, right now the charges are second-degree murder, felony murder. So anybody that is involved in a dangerous felony and somebody dies as a result of it faces a potential life imprisonment. At this point, we have not indicated, the shooter. I believe there's more than one shooter, and that's based upon some of the evidence that we recovered here. But right now, the charges are second-degree murder. and we will continue to investigate it. And look, I mean, there's a lot of ballistic evidence to go through. There's a lot of things to determine with the scene, as well as other scientific tests that we're going to need to do on items that we've been able to recover. So I hope to have more for you on that at some point. But the bottom line on this, this was a horrible crime on these two individuals, and I find it very difficult not to think about what Bernadette is going through with her recovery, and what happened in that bedroom and what she saw happen to her son. So we really need to get this other individual, Kelvin Roberts, into custody. He's dangerous. Anybody that would be involved in something like this needs to be behind bars.
Did Fulforth take off with the victim's vehicle?
We believe so, yeah.
Okay. Has that been recovered?
It has. It has. We were able to recover the victim's vehicle near Sansom Street, and based upon some things that happened today, we are certain of Mr. Fulforth's involvement in it.
Anyone else, you think, or just the two of them?
We're still looking at that, Deanna. We know it's at least two, but we'll see if anything else develops on it.
According to the complaint, the jewelry box that you recovered was empty. Is there the thought that he is using that to fund his?
We recovered the jewelry box, and I think that is this clear link, in the case with these two individuals, and what we've been able to get on video and things from some cameras in the area. So we're continuing to work this, but it's going in the right direction.
It's just kind of hard to wrap your head around. Both these men have criminal records, not just in Montgomery County, but surrounding areas, going back 10, 15 years, longer. Yeah, there were guns, yeah, there were drugs, yeah, there was burglary, but they walk into a house in the middle of the night when people are sleeping and just shoot them basically in their beds. Any idea at this point why they escalated to that?
We know that they broke into the house. We know that they went upstairs, and we know that they shot one individual and murdered another. We have things to continue to look at in this investigation to try to determine why. But as you know, in some cases, the why, isn't out there. We're dealing with some really terrible people at this point that have committed an atrocious crime. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, you're good. Shift these guys.